The 9 is hardwired to keep it simple, keep it pleasant, comfortable, everybody at ease, everybody getting along. And if things get complicated, yeah, they don't like things too complicated. There's too many variables that can go wrong. What happens when things go wrong? There's conflict. And if there's conflict, someone's kind of separate from others. So the 9s are hardwired to keep neutrality. So, and all the centers of each center are using both their wings. That was lost in the transmission of the Enneagram, by the way, is we don't have one wing. To be our type, it's the tension between the two wings. And then that's how we're trying to be both wings at the same time. So in the case of the 9, it's a ninefold system. So they're actually seeing all 9 points of view. So they're meant to identify with 4 or even 5 types, but they're looking at behaviors and all new people to the Enneagram. They're trying to determine their type by what behaviors they do or don't do. And that's why we have to go back to idealized images, core fears, and defense strategies. In the case of the 9, the identification is if they're humble, if they're understated, they won't invoke jealousy, they won't have to deal with conflict, but they must hold neutrality. And if they don't, they feel distressed. They feel like frantic. And 9s need to be calm. I remember in my first cards, I had calm on the card. And some 9s said, well, no, I want to be calm. I'm not calm all the time, especially the sexual 9s, because they could be distressed about any type of separation. And it's a fear of separation. So what's helpful is to help the 9 understand that burying is not calming. It's temporarily calming, but that things sprout and take root, and they're going to have the emotional hijacking if they're just thinking it's gone away. And then they can end up doing things that are more unconscious. And that's true of all the gut types. But that sometimes it's better to consciously do things that help relax. And so understanding that it's better to see each problem individually and possible ways of dealing with it, but to be clear that they do have an opinion. They just don't want to voice it because they don't want to be estranged from anyone. But if they forget that it's okay to have an opinion and they can choose who they share it with or not,